How overthinking made me think less. So today's video topic is going to be about overthinking. And this is something that I do frequently, like 24/7. Now, it sounds, you know, like how is that even possible? How does overthinking make you think less if you're always thinking, right? But there was a time where it was a dark place in my life where I stopped doing a lot of the things that I enjoyed, and I really just had time to do whatever. And so what ended up happening was I would lay in my bedroom on my bed and just sit there. I just sat there in my thoughts and really just processed everything, processed life, thought about every single thing that I have been through, every single, person that I've interacted with and whatnot. And so I was really just stuck in my thoughts. And I think this was a good thing for me because I let my mind free. I let my mind race and just think about everything and anything. And you start to realize that your mind makes up a lot of things that you don't necessarily think about. And these things can relate to perspective and how you think others perceive you, how you perceive yourself. And it's really crazy, especially if you have that inner voice in your head. You're thinking of like, oh, am I being too nice? Am I like ugly? Am I this? Am I that? How do I look right now? How am I speaking? Even right now, as I'm filming this video and, talking to a screen, there are thoughts that may pop up just randomly. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I here? What's my purpose for this? But at the end of the day, all of these things are just made up, you know? And so what allowed me to, turn overthinking into thinking less? And you hear it a lot, but it really is just taking action and knowing that the things that you are thinking of don't necessarily matter. Matter in the sense of some things aren't that serious, and other things, you just have to do in life. And some things you just have to act on, and you can't overthink them. You just have to enter, your flow state. You have to, just stop the thinking and just do. Now, it's easier said than done, right? So, if you still have thoughts and it's hard to kind of silence the thinking, something that could work is filling your thoughts with more thoughts. What do I mean by that? So, say it's something like washing the dishes, right? Now you put the plate in the sink and you're like, oh, like I'll wash it later, blah, blah, blah. No, like tell yourself, like, okay, I'm already here. I'm putting the plate in the sink. All I have to do for this 1 minute is, put soap on the sponge and then scrub the dishes and then wash them and put them into the drying rack or whatever. And, instead of overthinking or like saying, or like putting something to the side, I'm filling more thoughts in my head to act upon, something that I have to do. And in turn, I wash the dishes. Like, it's no longer a task that I have to do later. I complete it now and it's done. So, when it comes to, more important things, like say you want to make music, or say you want to, create something, do something that you genuinely love and enjoy. And it's a little bit harder to do. I just fill my mind with thoughts that I wouldn't say motivate me, but allow me to act upon them. So, me personally, I like making music and, I love music. So, I would tell myself, like, oh, like these melodies are nice. Writing lyrics is enjoyable. Um, Making a beat that's hard and gives you like a stank face, like it's something like super good. Um, like all these thoughts, I fill them into my head, and in turn, I decide to act upon it because, I'm giving myself these positive aspects of whatever thing that I want to do or need to do, and I act upon it, you know? And in a way, I'm still overthinking, right? There's still a lot of thoughts filling my head, but I'm overthinking in a different way. And that's the thing, you know? People always think overthinking in a like negative like connotation, but if you turn it into something positive, then it helps out. And in turn, eventually you'll think less because all these positive thoughts will just, quickly pass through, and you'll just be acting upon everything that you do in a way. Like when it comes to, going somewhere or being spontaneous, I can do that very easily because I know certain events and certain things like going out, I genuinely enjoy. Spending time with friends, spending time with family. I enjoy those things. And, I did have thoughts of like, oh, like, what do my friends think of me? What does my family think of me? But, I fill my mind with these positive aspects. Like, I have so much fun bowling with my family or friends. I have so much fun spending time with these people and, having that community, you know? And all of these thoughts just allow me to be spontaneous and go out there and do stuff. But yeah, I would say overthinking can be seen in a positive light. But that's just my 2 cents. Alrighty, I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah.